Hello guys, and welcome back to Car Focus. Now you join me today, yes, in my Mk2 Focus RS. Now this hasn't been on the channel for a while, and there's a reason for that, because it's been away over the winter. It's been tucked up in my garage. I've not been using it. The weather's been absolute crap. And I've had the ST as well. So I had the ST to kind of fill that little gap over the winter. Something fun to drive, still 5-pot, you know, kind of similar to the RS in certain aspects, but it also means that when I get back in this RS, it still feels like another level up, because they are different cars ultimately. And that's the point of this video today. So it's now April, the weather's better, the RS is back out, it's taxed. I've done a few runs in it already, I've been out on it a few times now, but I thought it would be a good opportunity just to talk about this and the ST and just discuss how this feels in terms of driving, its power, just how different it does feel to the ST, because I still use the ST to go to work. I'm still using it most days. I was out in it yesterday, and then I've jumped in this morning, so it's kind of a good comparison, almost like a back-to-back sort of drive. So obviously the Focus ST and the Focus RS, externally they're very different. This is you know, it's got all the styling cues from Ford. We've got the vents, the wide arches, the bigger wheels, the bigger skirts, the huge spoiler. This just basically looks the absolute nuts when it's on the road. You know it's an RS as soon as you clap eyes on it, whereas the ST, it's a bit more subtle. It's kind of more an everyday kind of car that flies under the radar, but it has the glorious 5-cylinder engine, the same as we have in this Mk2 Focus RS. And there are changes. Some internal components are strengthened on the RS. There's a different turbo, manifold, I think. This obviously has all the Revo knuckle setup at the front. It's got a different setup on the rear as well, and the drop links and that sort of thing. It's a bit different. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to head out on the road in the RS now, and I'm just going to basically talk about exactly how it compares. Now, straight away, obviously getting in this RS, we're in the CS seat. These beautiful Recaro seats. They're a lot harder because the Recaros and the ST are much softer. These are still comfortable, but the ones in the ST, they're a bit more like, you know, they're like armchairs, so you can just really kick back on a long journey and enjoy them, and turn the heating on the seats as well. But no, these are nice. These do feel just nice and sort of quite hard and sporty. So also, you immediately notice the ride in the RS is firmer. The car just feels much stiffer and tighter straight away. Just the minute you pull off, that is one of the first things you notice. Now, we do need to add in that my ST is totally standard in terms of power and suspension setup, whereas this, we have a stage 1 map, and we've got eye-back springs, and we've got various other little Mountune bits and bobs added onto the car. So it's not standard for standard, but this car isn't too far off standard. So, oh bloody hell, man, this car is just a completely different animal. Like, the ST just feels really woolly, really soft, not very responsive, whereas you jump in this, just the slightest bit of throttle and it just surges forward and it just wants to go. And that immediate power band, there's not really any sort of lag with this car. It just literally, it's off. Boost spikes up straight away and it's off. We've got a lovely induction noise as well. Now, I do have the Mountune induction kit on this, which does add to the chirps and stuff. But this thing, it just feels so much faster. And when I first took this out at the start of the month, I was blown away. I was like, Christ, this car is amazing. Little pop there. And it sounds, so the ST's it has a D-res, so the ST's a little bit drony, and then when you floor it in the ST, it doesn't go mute, but it doesn't really get any louder, whereas this is completely the opposite. So this is so smooth when you're at low speeds and so quiet. It's really nice, and then when you do step on it, the exhaust really does open up and it sounds absolutely glorious. So I'll pop the window down here, and we'll just, I don't know if you're about to hear it. It really kind of growls. It sounds really nice and throaty. But yeah, then when you come off, it's nice and quiet. So yeah, the two cars are Jekyll and Hyde. Now with the ST, if you want to get it to sort of closer to the RS, you have to spend a bit of money on it. You have to start doing things to the suspension. You're going to want to map it, and you do have to put quite a bit of money into it. Whereas the RS, straight out the box, I mean, with a set of eyebacks on it, it just brings the height down nicely, because I do sit quite high from standard. But a set of eyebacks, and yeah, these cars are just, I absolutely love this car. I'm never going to let this car go. It's very close to being paid off now, and I think if I sell this car now, I'm going to really regret it. So I'm going to hang on to this. The ST, on the other hand, I probably will sell that. That'll probably go before the year's out, I'd imagine. And I'll use the cash from the ST to pay this off, and then add a bit of money onto a deposit for a new daily. So I might just get something a bit new. Very nice, very nice. Oh man, this car just makes me feel so good. It's so, like I say, it's so quick off the line. There's no, I mean, when you're rolling, there's just literally no lag at all. It just instantly shoots off, and it becomes a bit of a handful as well. You do have to kind of hold on tight, because this thing does torque steer a little bit with a bit more power through the front wheels. And I don't really think, I mean, this is running around 350, I think. It doesn't really need any more power. Yeah, I've always said I'd like to go to 375, because that, I think, is probably the pinnacle on a public road with these cars. Even now, if I want to get the exhaust growling and stuff, I look at the speedo, and I'm already up doing national speed limit speeds, and it's very easy to go beyond that very quickly. So I think beyond 375 brake horsepower, it's just a waste, unless you're tracking it, of course. So we're in third gear, 30 miles an hour. And I'll accelerate out of this into nationals. Straight away, here we go. What a car. What a car. God. The front wheel drive aspect of this car as well is kind of what makes it so fun to drive. I've said this on a previous video, but if it was four wheel drive, it would definitely numb down the experience. And you just don't get this in the ST, guys. Back to the ST. The ST, you accelerate, it feels quite slow off the mark, and then the boost will come up, and it will then pull later on, whereas this is just strong all the way through. They're just mapped differently, basically. The ST is mapped to be smoother and possibly more comfortable, and in terms of actual outright cornering, this is another level compared to the ST as well. The limited slip diff is well needed in a high-powered front-wheel drive car, and it really does work. The LSD into a tight 90-degree corner, if you accelerate through it, you will feel that diff pulling you around the corner, whereas in the ST it becomes a little bit kind of sketchy, a little bit understeery as well. So that's it really, guys. Just thought I'd come out and just do a quick video. I'm out in the RS anyway, just out for a little drive, and I thought I'd chuck a GoPro on the windscreen and just talk about how it stacks up against the ST, just in terms of its driving. Oh, what a beast. So yeah, I love the ST as an all-rounder, as a daily. Yep, it's lovely, it's comfy, sounds nice. It's a bit thirsty, mind, but yeah, but it doesn't offer you, the thrills that you really want when you want to tackle a road properly, and this is what this car gives you, and it looks the nuts as well. See, this car's the overall package, whereas the ST is, well, I'd say this is the overall package if you want the leery side of driving, whereas the ST is the overall package if you want the more chilled out side, if you know what I mean. So yeah, anyway guys, that's it from me. As always, take care, and until the next video, I shall see you soon.